all being administered from them right now. So they have stolen our knowledge and our earth from us. And this stuff right here is our work, whether it's in Africa or Asia or the Americas. It's the melinated man and woman work. It's just that simple.
Of the ancient Maya city.
They hid it all from us because they enslaved us on our own land and then lied to us and tried to convince us that they brought us all here from Africa. But they did not. We were already here. All the city of Atlantis and Lemuria and everything that you hear about disappearing and all that, they're all these ancient ruins. Yeah, there's a lot of cities that is underwater and everything, but all these ancient ruins that you see laying around were these great cities that we always hear about, where the white man came and murdered us all and made us all good Christians and Catholics.
Of Copan. And though Copan's temples, pyramids, and monuments rank among the most important of any Mayan sites, researchers looking to explain the incredible achievements of the Maya have been drawn to a 72-step structure known as the hieroglyphic stairway.
The hieroglyphic stairway at Copan was constructed in the early 700s AD with the intent of writing out the history of Copan at that time. And so it was designed as a public monument to the glory and success of all the kings from Yaxcucmo all the way to the 13th one who commissioned it to be built.
I want to show you how they whacked the nose off. They managed to get their asses up there. It's just a shame. Let me tell you.
And monuments rank among the most important of any Mayan.
Look at that. How they managed to get up there to tear the nose and the lip up. See, this is how they want to cover up our greatness. You see, this is what it's all about. They got to cover up our greatness by destroying it and defacing it. So somebody took the time out with their devilish asses to destroy this great feat of work, to try to hide the fact that it's the melinated man and woman. After they stole all this planet and always coming around you talking about where's the rent money, after they always try to stop you from being able to supply yourself with a job, and because they want you dead off the planet, because they see how great you are, that you can do this type of stuff, and they just can't do it. They can't bring people together under a soul togetherness to put the efforts out to build something like this. The only thing they can do is get people organized, because they would never want to spend the money to build this. That's how they would rather have all the money put up in a bank, because they're so damn afraid of not having money, because money to them is power. And money is what you can have put in the bank after you've stolen everybody else's money. And then they don't even want to spend the shit. They sit around with all the riches of the world and die with that money in the bank, while other people die and starve to death in the alley because they didn't even have $4 to go buy something to eat with. And this is how wealthy they are, that they got money to invest into going around the world, tearing up other people's history and artifacts of other people's contributions to the world, as well as other people's possessions. You have no right to come on this earth thinking you can deface the history of the earth and replace it with your foolish gospel Jesus bullshit and stagnate the whole progress of everything on the earth. That's what you guys are guilty of doing. It's horrible.
Sites. Researchers looking to explain the incredible achievements of the Maya have been drawn to a 72-step structure known as the hieroglyphic stairway.
The hieroglyphic stairway at Copan was constructed in the early 700s AD with the intent of writing out the history of Copan at that time. And so it was designed as a public monument to the glory and success of all the kings from Yaxcucmo all the way to the 13th one.
See? More defacement. And you're not going to tell me that this happened accidentally. They deliberately went out there with cannons or something, just like they did the Sphinx in Africa. See, this is how horrible they are and how disrespectful they are to the melanated man and woman of this earth. They did this in the Americas, went out there with cannons and shot the nose. See, this is the same type of great work like the Sphinx of Africa that they find here in the Americas. And what do? They get so damn jealous, they take their cannons and they shoot the faces. This is how hatred they are of the melanin that they don't have. And they know this was a melanin civilization because they are the ones who destroyed it. Just like they destroyed the civilization of Africa and Asia and America. So the white man has gone all around the world and taken the kindness and the warmth and the consideration of the melanated men and women of this planet and returned that with evil, malicious, guileful attacks, all right, on us. Stole all our children and sold them into bondage, sold them into exile, murdered us, raped us, sodomized us, did all the horrible shit, put us on drugs, introduced us to tobacco, alcohol, poisoned all the water, poisoned the soil, dropping chemtrails out of the plains right now, cut down all the damn trees, all right, poured this concrete all over the damn planet, all right, poured concrete everywhere and restricted growth of all vegetation all over, just literally turned off the ecosystem on the earth. And then you can see right in your face right now that he hates us so much that this is what he would do when he come across our grand work that's been on this earth forever. He comes across it and shoots his cannons at it and destroys it. Everywhere he go, he destroys us by giving us drugs, by giving us false propagandas, by giving us rotten neighborhoods, bad food, okay? Taking circumstances of support away from you, creating job sustainment for himself and denying us, just want us to rot away, decay, and die. And then have the nerves to get mad at you and want to stagnate you some more when you come to the world and point out to them that we need to stop this stuff from happening on the planet because you guys is not just killing us, you are killing yourselves too. And that's how stupid you are and you just don't understand it. We are very mystical people and this earth belongs to us and there is no way that we're all going to be killed off the earth and you guys be allowed to remain here and live on it. You must be crazy. That's the reason why you see the weather acting the way it's acting toward you guys, because the weather created us. And the UFOs and everything that's here are here to kill you guys for all these type of malicious acts that you have done on the earth. And all you white people who sit around and don't want to be responsible for what you allow these corporations to do, I want you to understand something. You are going to be allowed, because when I be making my videos and I be talking real bad about the military and I be feeling real happy when I see those warplanes getting falling off the sky and I see all that stuff going on and I express it on YouTube and let everybody know, I can see the disapproval of my over enjoyment of that decadence being destroyed the next day immediately, because I watch the reaction of the people of this city after I do certain videos, and that's how I know how much people is following my work. And right after I get through exposing to the world my honesty, that's showing the world how happy and overjoyed I am every time I see one of those warplanes fall out of the sky, and I express that to all you people, I get treated like shit. You can't get nothing. Nobody wants to talk to you. Everybody want to be rude. And that's because you white people have put so much alliance on your machinery so you can go to other people's land and shoot cannonballs into the noses of their prized possessions. Okay, this is why you get mad when I shoot that stuff down, because you know your strength is in your military, because you have gone around the world and murdered us melanated people everywhere you've gone, destroyed all our existence, denationalized us everywhere you've gone, gave us an image of yourself to worship as our God, and then turned us into foolish consumers of all your garbage products that you make it impossible for us to exist without us finding use for them. And then as you do that to the rest of the world, I watch you drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, and shoot needles in your arm, and have homosexual relationships and abusive relationships amongst your spouses, and all this stuff decaying with you as you push decay on everybody else on the planet. So I just want you to know that if I have seen that, I'm sure that all the other officials of the Federation have observed it also. I was sent here to this earth encapsulated in the form of this human, this man, so I could have the experiences of everyone on the earth. But I guarantee you what you are talking to is the light. And to the light I will be returning real soon. And I want everyone to understand that all this stuff has been noticed and made accounted of. And the people on the earth that's responsible for these horrendous crimes will be held in accountability for it. And held responsible for it. And punished for it. So the thing now is to don't hate the person that's coming out here getting you prepared for the events unfolding. You need to prepare with this information that you've been privileged to receive, to be a recipient of. You will not have no excuse when you walk around this planet and you deliberately overlook judgment being here, these UFOs and the sun doing this peculiar display of existences that is doing the water, the green light, the sun done turned green, the lights on the fire trucks all turned green. Everything I'm saying to you guys manifesting, and I'm telling you the reason why the earth is at you is because you've been abusive to everything, the animals, the children, the women, every damn thing you have tarnished and defiled. And your judgment day is here. And I want you guys to know that I don't care how much you try to ostracize me or make me non-productive. The thing that you're going to be hurting the most is yourself, because I have already told the air to find you stagnators and stagnate you by not allowing your ass to have 1 ounce of clear air. You're going to find it very hard for yourself to breathe. And you finding it hard to breathe is going to make it hard for you to be out trying to make it hard on me to breathe. I'm sure of that. You're going to have to be using your efforts at getting air. And one of the places to start at getting your air is to start at knowing how important it is to return the sustaining rations to us melinated people that you all are hoarding and keeping away from us. Until that day comes, you are all going to slowly but surely fade away and just die off this planet, just like you have designed for us.
Who commissioned it to be built.
Carved into 1,200 stones in the massive monument, the ancient Maya symbols, known as glyphs, make up what historians believe is one of the oldest and most sophisticated systems of writing. But for centuries, the glyphs found throughout Mesoamerica were undecipherable. Then, in 1880, German librarian and anthropologist Ernst Forstmann cracked the code.
Ernst Forstmann.
See, that's what I mean. Always them. They cracked the code. You know what they did? They came over here and murdered all the people who built those civilizations and then hid it from all of us. And in 1840, he didn't crack shit. He just get ready to come over here to give you their rendition of what's going on.
Was a librarian at Dresden, and in his desk he kept one of the 4 Maya books, the Dresden Codex.
Okay, where did he get them? Where did he get the 4 Mayan books from? Where did he get them? When they came here, if they found all these places dilapidated and empty with nobody around, where did he get the books from? Okay, how did they decipher this if they have nothing to pull a launching from? How did they decipher it? How come they come to the Americas and find all these structures all over this land and no people at any of them? But then they could have a whole race of Mexican people who's supposed to be antiquity and been on this land forever. And even these Mexican people can't tell you where these structures came from. You know why? Because they murdered all the people who knew and took all of the children that were born from the smaller children after they deprogrammed the smaller children and made them forget. This is what I mean. They killed all the parents, all the elders who knew.